Hey y'all, welcome to Homemade the Hood Way. Today I'm serving up one of the best comfort foods out there, my turkey meatloaf. That's right. Now don't let the amount of ingredients scare you. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to prepare this meal. And as always, all of the ingredients will be listed in the description. Let's get started, y'all. First thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Next, we're going to grab our bell pepper and dice this up. We're only going to use about 2/3 of the bell pepper, so roughly about 1 cup. Next, we're going to move on to our onion and we're going to dice the same amount of onion as we have bell pepper. We're going to head over to the toaster and drop 2 pieces of bread in. I'm using wheat bread because that's what I have in the house, but you can use white bread instead. I'll show you what I'm going to do with this bread a little later. I've preheated my pan on medium heat. Into that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm just going to shake this around until it's evenly coated in the pan. Then I'm going to grab my veggies and add them to begin sauteing. I love that sound. Now that the veggies have been added, I'm going to stir them so they are coated in our olive oil. Then I'll add a lid and allow them to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Our veggies have browned and now it's time to hit them with our seasonings. We're going to add 1/4 cup of our chicken stock and then 1 tablespoon of W sauce. Then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of our minced garlic and finally 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And I like to add just a little bit more. And no, this will not make the meatloaf spicy. Y'all, I wish y'all could smell this. I'm just going to give this a quick stir, then add my lid and allow this to cook for 1 more minute so our flavors can blend. All right, y'all. Now it's time to transfer our veggies to a separate bowl. We want to make sure we get all of this goodness from the pan. Then we're going to set our bowl in the refrigerator so our veggies can cool down. Here I'm just adding my second pound of ground turkey to my bowl. I'm going to sit this aside and grab my egg and mix it together. And yes, you only need 1 egg. I'm going to add the egg to the ground turkey. And remember the bread I toasted earlier? This is when we add it. We're going to break it into small pieces in our bowl. Now, if you prefer, you can use about 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs instead. But for me, this is the way to go. It's the method my mama uses, and mom's always right. So we're going to do it her way. We're going to grab the veggies from the fridge and add them to our bowl. All right, y'all, it's time to get a little messy. We're going to fold all of our ingredients into our ground turkey until they are well blended. And I've got a special ingredient coming up that I'm going to add to the topping that's going to take this meatloaf to the next level. Once all of the ingredients have been incorporated, I grab all of the meat, pushing it to the side that's closest to me, and I use the bowl to help me scoop up all the meat at once to add it to our baking dish. Next, I'm going to shape the meat into a loaf, ensuring that it's not touching the sides of the dish. Doing this will make it easier to remove the meatloaf from the dish after it's done. Now that our meat is shaped into a loaf, we can work on our topping. Some people just slap ketchup or plain tomato sauce on top and think that's all they need to do. No, ma'am, no, sir, that is not it. We're going to start by adding roughly 2/3 of a cup of ketchup to our bowl, then 1 tablespoon of mustard. And remember that secret ingredient, y'all? Here it is. That's right, brown sugar, baby. We're going to add a healthy 1.5 tablespoons and mix this together. You want to mix this thoroughly, and I use the back of my spoon to press into the brown sugar to smooth out any clumps it may have. The topping is ready, so I'm going to grab the meatloaf and pour the majority of the sauce on top, just like so. Then use the back of my spoon to spread out the mixture. I'm going to take my spoon and scoop up some more sauce and place a little bit of sauce toward each of the sides, then spread that out. There's no need to put a lot of sauce on the sides because as this bakes, the sauce is going to fall off, so we just want a thin layer on each side. Once that's done, any sauce that's left will be poured on top. We want to make sure we get all of this goodness out of the bowl and onto this meatloaf. And here I'm just making sure that I'm spreading this out as evenly as possible. Y'all, my mouth watering and this meatloaf ain't even done yet. We're going to set our timer to 1 hour and 10 minutes and pop this baby in the oven. Y'all, I love to pair this meal with some mashed potatoes and string beans with a red lobster cheddar biscuit on the side. Shoot, you might find yourself in a food coma after you eat this. Y'all comment down below and tell me what you would pair with this meatloaf. All right, our meatloaf is finally ready, so we're going to take this out of the oven and then use a heavy duty spatula to lift this out and set it to the side so we can pour off this juice. Now, to ensure the meatloaf retains its moisture, we want to allow it to sit for at least 15 but preferably 20 minutes prior to cutting and serving. Here's a close up of our meatloaf, and now it's time to do what we've been waiting for. It's time to eat. After making this meal, you can go ahead and add chef to the front of your name. I appreciate you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see y'all in the next video.